Hello, everybody! Welcome back! 2 days in a row! Welcome back to Spiritfarer! Gonna go ahead and just hop in. I'm eager to get back to this game. I really like this game. Yes, single player. I had to think for a second. I did do a little bit of resource gathering. I didn't do any quest stuff, so no worries there. I feel like I'm forgetting something today, but I don't think I am. I don't know. I'm thrown off. Whatever. We're just doing the dang thing. Got my energy drink. I got good old Stella. Got Uncle Otto. I did leave off here because I wanted to hop over and see Albert. And I don't remember what all I need, but I remember I was close to being ready to get a, whatever. Yeah, wow, really firing on my cylinders. I did notice I was blowing out my mic a decent amount in recent streams, so I'm gonna try to turn it down a little bit. Hopefully, that'll kind of help the situation. If not, I will continue to try to troubleshoot in other ways, but hopefully this will work. Hopefully, I just turned it down. Yeah, hopefully that'll work out. If not, we'll figure it out. And hopefully I'm not too quiet for y'all right now. Anyway, I once had a friend who cut his own toe. He had a new one made of rubber. He was called Roberto. I do get it, Albert. I love it. Okay. That's right. I need a zinc and ingot for that. Was it? Yeah, it was Hermes him. Cool. Yeah, I got all the things I needed for this. And I have the money. We're just going to start out here so that way we can hopefully get the stuff and maybe I could actually get Uncle Otto what he needs. I'm not far off for being able to get the rock destroyer either, honestly. I just need to figure out how to get fire glow, but I'm guessing that's going to be in the next section, so. And that's just a bunch of money. Okay, I think we're in good shape to start. There was one thing I wanted to do. I did stumble into a quest thing. What's the name of the island? I wrote it down because I knew I would forget. It was the tour. I wrote on an old envelope. As I do. Yeah, it was the tour guide one that we got the flyer for. And I went over there to resource gather, and then I saw them, and they were like, "Oh, are you ready for the tour?" Blah blah. And I was like, no, not yet. I gotta be live," and they got really bummed. So we're gonna go there first. It was gonna be number 1, and it's at Grenu Fields, which is in this first area, I believe. Was it here? No. Where was it? Why am I so zoomed in? That's not the right button. That's not the right button. Okay. Brand new fields. Is this it? No. That wasn't it either. Was it up here then? Just check that. Where the heck is this place? Am I being blind? Probably. There it is. Where are we now? Here. Yeah, we'll just sail over. We'll make a pit stop or two for some crates and things. We can put this away. Honestly, I should throw it away. It is unimportant now. But I'm always so paranoid about throwing away anything, like when it comes to mail or whatever, unless like obvious junk. Like in that case, that's my confirmation of change of address for when I moved. And I'm fine to get rid of it. I know I am, but since it's from the post office, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe we should hang on to it. Self, no. Let go. You don't need it. But, hey, what can you do? I guess get better at those sorts of things, but I'm not doing that in this moment. In this moment, I'm watering these garden plots. I also feel like I was gonna, like, update y'all on something. Not anything important, but I feel like I was gonna update y'all, but that's just, like, whatever it was, gone from my head. I figure if I remember it, great. By the time stream's over. If I don't remember in time, oh well. I'll remember at some point, probably. Maybe. I hope y'all are having a good day so far. My day's been pretty alright. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Got yesterday's stream uploaded to my VOD channel. It's scheduled to go up. I usually schedule my VODs to go up like 2 days after. So it's scheduled to go up on 3 days after. Because it's scheduled to go up on Thursday. Because these usually go up on Fridays. At 5:30 p.m. EST. If you're curious, you can type command !VODs in the chat. And it should work. It worked last time I tested it, like last week, so hopefully. From my dad. Oh, my birthday present arrived. Hell yeah. I knew it was gonna be late. I had asked for something for my birthday. That I knew was out of stock and was on wait list, so. But yeah, it came in. And that's exciting. Getting myself well, I said getting myself. My parents for my birthday are getting me a new yoga mat. But also speaking of things that were out of stock when I wanted it for my birthday. Hold on, this is very important. This is very important. I'm wearing it right now. This also came in this week. We're going. Where's my mouse? No, please. God. I have the official 3 Wolf Moon shirt. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. It took forever to come back in stock. But it is like the 3 Wolf Moon shirt. I did research. I looked into it. I found the one. I'm so excited about it. I wanted it ironically for a really long time, to the point where I could no longer say I wanted it ironically. I just genuinely wanted it. And so now I have it. I have the power and the strength and the bravery of the 3 wolves and the moon. And yeah, basically I'm thriving right now. Let's go to this quartz dragon. I hope I actually selected it. We're gonna find out. Oh yeah, I think I rearranged things also when I was doing some stuff. I put all the houses of people that I've left up here, which has been good and bad, because it's nice having them out of the way, but whenever I go to an event like the quartz dragon or do the jellyfish things like glowfish or any of those, I have to come all the way up here to trigger it. So I might move them back down, but I don't know. We're gonna see. We'll see how annoying it is. Because like for the day-to-day, like this is fine. But I don't know. And I do have the ability to make those, whatchamacallits. Okay, monkey, or am I imagining it? I don't know. Like zip lines. Hang on, I think I hear a monkey. This is not the smoothest start of a stream, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's cool. I was imagining it. Sometimes, like, I can't tell. It comes from, like, that corner. I don't know if it's, like, house settling or just, like, floor doing stuff as I shift or the neighbors. But, like, it'll kind of creak in a way that when I have headphones on and I can't quite tell what direction things are coming, it sounds very, very similar to how it sounds when monkey's scratching at my draft protector at my door. So, anyway, let's do this. Start the event. I'm so paranoid that I'm not loud enough now. I probably am. I'm still gonna bump myself up a little bit again. I don't know. I'm just paranoid. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to have a better grasp on like how to properly troubleshoot my mic and audio and stuff. Like I've gotten a lot of really good tips from my friend that helped me set it up and things. But like there are some things that like, you know, you just either need to hear a number of times or just kind of have to learn by just kind of messing around with it yourself before it sticks. There are a lot of those things I still have, you know, a ways to go on, but I also don't want to forget how far I have come as far as my knowledge on this stuff goes, which is much further than I was a year ago, so I am proud of that. I'm trying to think if I even need quartz for anything. I don't think I do, but I also feel like if I don't stop now for quartz, I'm going to be super short on it if for whatever I may or may not need it for in the future. Hey, dragon. Have a good day. I was thinking yesterday about maybe going for a walk today and getting some food or something. I ultimately decided not to do it today because I looked at the weather forecast and it is supposed to be gorgeous tomorrow. So hopefully that stays true, but it's supposed to be like, the high is supposed to be in the low 70s, which is perfect walking weather. And it's supposed to be clear skies, knock on wood. So, sounds like a perfect day to go on a walk. Especially because when I do walk somewhere, usually the pharmacy, which is about a mile away, like I prefer to go in the morning because it's not as hot and that's when I have the most energy because I've just woken up and like I don't wake up with a lot of energy, but I have less as the day goes on, you know? So it's just nice. I like mornings. But if I want to get like lunch or something, I don't want to go too early. And then with how hot it's been, it's like by the time it's midday, it's like 90 degrees. I'm like, I don't want to do all that. What am I doing? I'm going to see the tour guide. Who's our next stop? Ugh, too dark to navigate. Fine, we're just gonna sleep through the night. We could get some fishing done, but I don't feel like it right now. We're just gonna do the dang thing. God, I don't have a door there. Ay, ay, ay. It's fine, though. These sheep haven't grown wool, but they're not hungry either. Okay. I thought they would have been hungry by now. I'm going to admire the craftsmanship on the Hermes. Icarus? Hermes. Is this the Hermes edition? I don't know. Oh, did I stop in a... Did I go through a thing? Okay, that's fine. We can do this. I don't know how many bottles I have right now. Wow, I'm doing really well on this right now. Ah! We'll get back in the rhythm. We'll get back in the rhythm. Don't you worry about it. I was thinking about going over there instead. I don't know what like the best place to be for this is in this new area. Or new setup, I should say. There's one down there coming. Okay, there we go. I don't feel like scrambling across the entire universe. Try not to stress myself out about this too much, you know? No! Missed. No! It's fine. We're good. Alright. Let's pick some veggies. I don't even know what I have right now. Okay, 2 carrots and some lettuce. That's fine. Works for me. Yeah, Uncle Otto? Actually, he's probably pretty hungry. Let me collect these fruit and I'll come say hey. And probably give you some food. Where'd you go? I heard you jumping or grunting. I heard you doing something over here. Well. That's fine. I'll give you food later. Hello, Twister! Welcome! Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Hopefully well. Okay, I'm ready for your tour. Ready to start the tour now. It was cute, like they gave such a cute little speech, and I felt bad that I accidentally triggered it when I was resource gathering, but I didn't do the tour, so. Going alright? Alright. I'll take that. How are you? I'm good. I'm pretty sleepy. But I'm good. I'm excited to be back in this game. This game makes me itch to play it, so I'm excited to be back in it. Perfect. Let's start right away. As you can see, this island doesn't get many visitors. People tend to focus on big city attractions. Here it's peaceful and quiet. That's something you'll notice with the fauna. Rice patches and a healthy forest are its main attraction. Moving on. Oh, don't get too close. Okay, I'm sorry. I showed it off earlier, Twister, but a birthday present. One moment, tour guide. A birthday present came in. Now that somebody's here that I can actively show it to. It was out of stock for a long time, but I knew I wanted this for my birthday. Because I wanted it ironically for so long. It was no longer ironic. But it took a while to come back in stock. But I've got the Three Wolf Moon shirt. It is the one. I did the research to make sure I got the Three Wolf Moon shirt. So, I'm very stoked about it. I love it. I have been excited to show y'all. It came in the other day. Yeah. The rice production here is quite incredible. Workers harvest around the clock to feed local families. Right now, no one is around. I'm not sure why. I sometimes play in them when I am off duty. But that's beside the point. Off to our next stop. Oh, I didn't go back into in-game. At least I caught it. And there wasn't much visually happening. Yeah. I was so proud of myself earlier because I went big screen and I like went right back into the in-game and I was like, oh, I did it, I remembered. Am I about to cut down the tree you're gonna tell me is lovely and wonderful? You can feel the humidity. I mean, really feel it. This oak forest really gets to me. We have a connection. A strange connection. I tend to skip this part of the tour, to be honest. If we could move along, that would be great. Okay. Also, I did turn down my mic a little bit, because I noticed at least the last couple streams, maybe longer, I was like really kind of peaking a decent amount, more than I was realizing initially. So hopefully I am a decent volume still. I think, looking at the levels, I think I am. And hopefully not also sounding crunchy, but time will tell. I'm learning how to troubleshoot audio. There's a lot to learn, but I'm getting better. I sound fine? Okay, that's good. Good to know. Thank you. Speaking of which, this fortune tree is the centerpiece of this whole island. We're not sure when it was first planted. People from all around would travel here and leave little messages. Anything to help with their lives. Alright, this concludes our tour. Furugawa Tours is grateful for your participation. Thank you for your ears and your patience. Thank you again for your presence. If you'd like to leave a tip, that would be appreciated. I recommend something along the lines of 50 glims. Sure. That's amazing. I knew I struck a chord with you. I'll sign you up to our upcoming tours newsletter. You'll have an educational great time. Thank you for your kind spirit. Ah, I got an achievement. I gave the tour guide a tip. That's cute. Yay! Ugh. Hey, Uncle Otto. These do look incredible. I thought you might be hungry. I got peaches. Have some fish. Can we hug? We can hug. That's great news. It's just you and me, Uncle. Just you and me on this boat. Will we get another today? Maybe. Will I finally get your fried chicken today? I hope so. Thank you for taking the tour. Don't forget to tell your friends. I will. Hey, friends. Take this guy's tour. Okay. Now I think... Yeah, I think this is the area we'll be able to go to now. I'm just debating if I want to sail through or just take the bus. We'll just take the bus. There's not much in the path. I kind of picked it over as I was going there, so we'll just go visit Alex. Feeding and trimming. Get my sheep looking nice. Keep them healthy. guys are gorgeous. God, Alex just puts a smile on my face. Love this guy. Yep. This one, please. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. You rule. Any on the other side? There might be some behind Alex, but I just figured I'd grab those while I was paused there. Do I want to stop up there? No, I don't think I... We're just gonna go to the crates and then we're gonna hop over here to Southport Docks. There's a spirit on the upper one, but I don't think I have what I need to get the boss out. Because our union man. For spirit, I don't know. I don't know who it is. As our union leader, it seems. Who we support on this channel. It's bugging me having just like one of these seeds. So, we're gonna do something about it. Watch this not even be the area that my new ship upgrade can go through. I'm pretty sure it is though. We'll find out soon enough. Hello, crate. Thank you. Flopper. I got planks. Thanks, Uncle. Appreciate it. I don't feel like going through the thunder bit, so we're just gonna do it this way. Be selfish. Twist my arm. Actually, should just turn my fan down. Chilly. I'm gonna do that. I don't know if that's gonna be turned down enough, but we'll see. Is this not the one I can get through? Fine. We'll go to a different spot. Actually, let me go ahead since we're here. I do want to double check this stuff to remind myself what I need to do to get that spirit. So we'll hop up there real quick before we go. I don't know, we're gonna be right here, so we'll try this spot. It probably has an indication as to like what it is. Like what spot specifically it unlocked, but yeah, I didn't notice. So We'll just catch some fish until it's too dark to navigate, and then we will go to bed. Then we'll continue on in the morning. Black tiger shrimp. Have I gotten that? I must have. Honestly, we're sailing longer than I expected to. I'm not complaining. We're making good time. I assume. The darkness of the rain threw me off. There it is. Bedtime, Daffodil! Wait, pears are ready. Let's go get 'em! Let's go! Let's go see... Let's go refresh ourselves and see what we need for this guy. Yeah, you don't sell anything right now because everybody's being... They're doing their union thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It never feels like I'm going to make it up these. But we manage. Okay, what do I need for you? Oh, I just need a key. I don't know where to get that key. I never got this? Whatever. I got it now. Hey, birthday boy. Welcome, welcome. Oh, there's one there. Can I get that yet? I don't think so. I probably need another upgrade or skill or whatever, but we'll try. Ta-da. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting up there right now. That's fine. Okay, so I just need a key for this guy. Yeah, you're not selling things. Just double checking. I like your enthusiasm, Ronan, with your hello. Is this the area I need to go to? Or that I can now get to? We're gonna find out through trial and error and not actually reading anything. I remember things better that way anyway. Of course! Well, I say see y'all. I'm excited to see you too. I'm glad you are here to hang out with us. Morning, Uncle. Have some fish curry. How close are we? I'm impatient. I'm excited. Oh, we're about to find out. Is this where I can enter now? This doesn't feel like where I can enter now. It is not. I need a light. Godzilla! Hey! You made it. Happy to see ya. Well, we'll stop by Francis And then we'll try another new section. Got a surprise. Are they planks? Oh no, it's berries. Sorry to say, as usual, I did something bad. I went outside the boat and gathered some berries, but I went a little overboard. I have too much. Here you go. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, Uncle Otto. Appreciate ya. Yeah, my peaches shouldn't be ready yet. My peaches and my pears are like staggered from both each other and the apples and cherries. I could just wait until like they're all ready, but Ronitra still uses my name. Yeah. Yeah, she does. I use it most of the time, but I want to give you a proper greeting on your birthday. Hey, Francis, I've got valuables that aren't valuable to me. Oh yeah, I want to do that, but I don't have any iron. So. That's so fair, Twister. Okay. So that area I can't go in yet. This area I can't go in yet. So is it this area I can go in? The Dark Abyss? Really? Okay. I need to read the descriptions of my upgrades better. But whatever. It gives us an excuse to hang out with Alex a couple times, you know? I'm always happy to hang out with Alex. Francis, I have another bowl for you. I'll give it to you later. Oh, feisty one, are we? A soul! It's so hard not to just go in vibey mode when you're fishing, you know? How close are we to Alex? Pretty close. We'll be there in no time. Your music's wonderful, Uncle. In the meantime, though, we'll pick some carrots. And plant more. Oh, no, let's just go ahead and do the one carrot. Alright, let me water these, Alex, and I'll be right with ya. Alrighty, Alex. Let's go over here. See if we can't go into the inky blackness. I mean, that feels like something that I wouldn't be able to get into until quite a bit later, but... Any sad times so far in the stream? Nope. We went on a tour. I gave the tour guide a tip. It was a nice little tour. Got an upgrade on my hull. So in theory I have unlocked a new area, but I didn't read closely enough which areas it unlocked, so we're doing it trial and error style. We're gonna see if we can go into this inky darkness. Because so far the other two have not worked. I might need to pause to put in some eye drops. My eyes are feeling dry. Having a fish bite at the same time as that happening was a little disorienting to me. I'm not gonna lie. How close are we? The border. I want to go into the inky darkness. It's so cool looking. We're very close. I can't go in here either. What's the point of this upgrade? Okay. So that's all the inky darkness. I can't go in that. I can't go into the fog. And I couldn't go in here. I don't know where else it would have unlocked. We're going back to Alex. We're going back to Albert so I can read what I actually got. Hi. I've done this to myself. I could have avoided this if I just read. Oh well, that's okay. It just means more time to vibe and bond with my uncle. Didn't mean to bother that. I meant to plan for something new, but that's fine. Exactly, Godzilla. Reading hard. Too many words. Couldn't have said it better myself. Cotton's ready. We'll plant. This is so unsatisfying just having like one thing. Oh well. How it goes sometimes. Could have waited for everything to catch up, but I didn't. There's another choice that I have made. I have dug this grave for myself. Okay, we're going back to Albert. We're figuring out what I got. And what I need to actually unlock a new section. Hopefully. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate ya. Alright, Albert. This just means that we get to hear another one of Albert's great jokes. So, really, this is a net positive for us all. It's like, Godzilla, look how cool this new thing is. It's gotta do something. We're gonna make it to Albert's before nightfall. I think we got a good shot. Yes, we're totally making it. Let's freaking go. Let's go, Daffodil. It definitely is a thing. Yeah. I once had a friend who cut his own toe. Oh, you told me this one already. Like, just told me this one, but that's okay. I'll listen to it again. He had a new one made of rubber. He was called Roberto. Get it? Ah ha ha ha. Endure. I just got an achievement. Dad mode. Endured 10 of Albert's jokes. I don't know if those pop up for y'all, but... Oh, it just makes my boat go faster. Okay, well now I need to figure out how to get fire glow. I really don't know. I feel kind of at an impasse right now. Faster is nice. Because I don't know how to get the fire glow. If I can figure out how to get that key, that might help. Yeah, and I also really want to make the... I want to make the windmill, but I really want to make the crusher. Well, that wouldn't... Well, yeah. But I don't have access to most of those. Okay. Let's consult... Not that menu. I should figure out this travel through rocks. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would love to do that. I don't know how to get the fire glow. Brawlish narwhal. It's a giant-sized boat that fights with. Okay, this is... I need... Okay, that's just the ship upgrade. I don't need that to progress right now. That would be nice. But I don't have access to silica powder or zinc ingot, I don't think. These are just shenanigans, but like... Talk to Catherine in obscure canopy. Okay, let's just try to do that. We gotta sleep before I can even look at the map. And hopefully, amongst the shenanigans and things, we'll find the key that we need to get to the boss, get into the boss's office, force him out, make him confront his workers that he's taken advantage of. And then we can get that spirit, and then maybe that spirit will unlock the way to get the fire stuff. Where do I need to go? Obscure. Talk to Catherine in obscure canopy. Okay, do I have access to obscure canopy? That is the biggest question. Boston Cave. Loneberg. Nordsea Pier. I'm guessing that means I have some stuff to drop off for Susan. Kalstein Mines. Gawa. Toriyama. Koseki Quarry. Lighthouse. Crow's End Inc. Can't go there yet. Okay, I don't think I have access to it unless I just like went over it a million times, which is possible. I also have not sailed through this section, so maybe there's an island hiding out there. Okay, what do I need for the picture frame? There's something I was having trouble gathering. Yeah, I don't know how to get comet powder. And I haven't seen any ash. I'm trying to think. What? I would assume this would be a pretty, like, I feel like this should be like a natural thing, like I should just kind of naturally know what the next step is, but for whatever reason it is eluding me. Or at least how to get the resources to get the next session. Nope. Nope. Yes. Blueprint, zipline post. Change your address permanently. Just double checking all this stuff just to make sure I'm doing stuff. Let's open some glims. Okay, that's for the tours I just went on earlier. Currently running a promotion for a new food delivery service. Maybe I'll just stop by Hummingbird. Did I already do that though? I want to give Lumberjack an axe. Online Core Depot. Raccoon Inc. will no longer be able to acquire special rebate program for recurring customers. Please know that I was regret that we have to inform you of the situation. Rest assured, valued customer of our continuous efforts to improve it. Where do I get the key? Don't forget, eat your chicken. I know, I'm trying. I promise you I'm trying, Uncle. Well, let's go to Hummingbird. We'll stop by the crates. We'll go to Hummingbird. Hopefully do something. Although, I feel like I did that. But I don't have access to a food delivery service, so I must not have. We're gonna find out. If not, I think there are resources or something there, so it'll be alright. This is what I get for, fairing 2 spirits in 1 stream last week. I was too productive. Now the game gods are like, no. Slow it down. Have an image has been brought to your attention. Let's see. Oh my god! Hang on. I wanna show this off. But I don't immediately remember how to do it. Don't judge my tabs. But look! Y'all! Big fella! That's so good. Just so good. I'm glad you shared that. Shit, proud of you. My tutor draws on how to break welcome. Thank you. I've learned. I've grown. I have so much more to learn. And I'm very aware of how much more to learn I've got, but it can be easy to forget where it came from. So, yeah. You judged all the tabs? Well, most of them are tabs open because I need to... My warlock in D&D just leveled up last week, or this last Saturday. So I need to pick out spells for my level 7. And I haven't done that yet, so I am leaving the tabs up to remind myself to do it. We're bringing back the game on screen. Oh, you're right! Ha 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 ha! Why is that not? Oh, that's because I need to do that. But at least I knew how to fix it! What a great example of how much I've grown as a streamer. Professional Switch streamer. One day! One day. We're at 46/47, depending which number you're looking at. Ooh, hummingbird. Twister had to remind me to go off of the big webcam again. I had gotten into it earlier, and I was so proud of myself that I remembered to go back. And then Twister came in, and I wanted to show her my new shirt that finally came back in stock. That was a birthday present. And then that time, forgot to switch it back. So, the universe is keeping me humble. I really am just running around the boat until we get there. Hope this is good content. It would be kind of nice if the letters would like go away, like have a little marker once I completed the thing on the letter. But that does not seem to be the case from what I can tell so far. I need to turn my fan. I might need to turn my fan down more. I'm still chilly. I turned it back up. I didn't have it on earlier. But since I knew, I'd be running my PC, I wasn't sure how warm it was gonna get because I was comfortably warm, but I was warm. So I turned it back on, but that might have been unnecessary. Okay, that's right. I need to find like Catherine. Is that right? Do I know who that is? Nope. Yes. Oh, no, that's not who we're looking for right now anyway. Stop by a hummingbird to hear all about it. Sales rep is waiting for me. Okay. Gotta find a sales rep. I don't want the game. You're not the sales rep, are you? You're busy? Okay. Could have something to say. Do you have like key for Hummingbird? I've got the money. Let's do this. Queued up. I haven't had turnips in a while. We'll get 6 of them. I'm busy, miss. I have a key now. Like that. Ceramic figurine. Anything else in here I can get? Doesn't seem that way. What the hell? You unlock the door downstairs. Now anyone can come up here. I don't want these downstairs jerks up here. Well, upstairs crew forever. Yeah! Hey, sheepy. I shouldn't feed you. I will share you, though. Because it'll follow me back on the boat, and I don't have the proper quarters for it right now. I want to talk to this guy. Yes, I thought you had something to say. thought you might have had something to say. So, we're at an impasse. Have you considered our services? Feederama is ready to serve you. Our offer a simple 5,000 glims for an incredible food adventure. Interested? Let's do it. Beautiful. I'll set up your subscription and make sure you receive your first shipment ASAP. You can rest easy knowing that Feederama is committed to your food needs. Welcome to the Feederama family. Thank you. Thank you for your subscription. You'll be mailed all your food care packages once a week. Again, welcome to the Feederama family. Awesome. Alright, I've already been here, it seems. Okay. I think we're good on that front. I'm not sure if that really helped me otherwise, but that's fine. We've still done a little progression of some sort. Can't zip around those, can I? No, I can't. Bummer. Yeah, see, I don't know how to talk to the cowardly CEO. So, some person in Furugawa has enthusiastically asked for my help completing a collection of traditional wood prints. I didn't recognize them, but they seem to know me very well. I guess I can try to do this. Oh no. Have a good dinner, but I'm excited to see this curse thing that you believe that was also brought to your attention. No! No! Because I want to include everybody, I'll show y'all, but no! No, thank you. No, thank you. I hate her. She sucks. But also, why did they make that? Is that real? I didn't actually bother to check the validity of it, but is that real? Cannon! Hey! There's light when it's dark. The food in the big metal box is cold. Is this how humans live? I don't want to leave here. Yay! You have power back! And I assume internet as well? Yay! I'm very, very happy for you. You were without it for too long. Okay, let's go to Furugawa. See if we can remember where that is. By remember, I mean if we can just find it. It'd be in this area. Okay. I don't know if I have what it takes to finish that, but I'll try. Where am I? I'm up there. Okay, we're just gonna bus stop it. It's cold out. You turn the AC on anyway. Hey, you know what? You deserve it. Oh, I already got a Feederama package delivery? Fairy pie! Welcome, Stella. This is Madison at Feederama. This week brings love and caring to all things sweet. We are giving you an exclusive view into the world of desserts. With the help of some flour and raspberries, you'll be sent to the heavens. Berry pie for the sweet of heart. Have a berry day. Cute! Let's go make it. What new thing did I get? Oh, I didn't have mackerel before? Okay. They sent us raspberries, so we're gonna use raspberries. Where am I? Is it too dark to navigate? Oh, no, I'm just hanging out with Alex. Great. I was thinking I was just passing by for some reason. Gotta go over here, Alex. Thank you. The problem is now we've given them a cannon-free Monday. Nah, I know you were missed. I know they're gonna want to go back. I think Minecraft with the gremlins is enjoyed, but it's not the same thing. It exists in its own way. I'm gonna go grab this pie and then I'll water those. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Berry pie! So yeah, thoughts about the tub situation. For the hot tub stream? Since you were able to do kind of a vague internet test. I think I'm just making it more trouble trying to shoehorn it in onto my third side. Might have to just be a special not Thursday stream. Little extra stream. Maybe do one off Saturday or something. That would make sense. That's probably a good plan. The idea I have is go through a bunch of Gamescom trailers so I have something to talk about. I mean, sounds like just as good of an idea as any other to me. And like one that your parents' internet might actually be able to handle. Because I know that is a very real factor that you gotta think about. Not as entertaining as your other ideas. I mean, you also gotta go with the realistic route, you know? Because it would still be entertaining, I'm sure. No doubts about that. It's gonna be a 480 or 540 stream tops. Hey, you never said it was gonna be a 1080 stream. You just said it was gonna be a hot tub stream. And that is where you'll be. Oh, my uncle's probably hungry. Should feed him tomorrow. No stream involving my body will be a 1080 stream if I can help it. We need everyone to join in on this hot tub stream. How big's the hot tub? Yeah, Twister, I agree. Think you're underselling the novelty of the fact that it's a hot tub stream. It could fit 6? Ooh. That's a nice size hot tub. Still blind by all this technology I've suddenly been blessed with again. Having to go without it really does make you reappreciate it. 4 comfortably, 6 is a little tight. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, that'll go well, Ronan. Straight from the hot tub during Extra Life. You don't need that much internet power for Extra Life. There's gonna be no problem at all for that. Live a simple life. Rice patch needs constant nurturing. It's a full-time job. I'd rather eat mangoes and watch the sunset. Aw. No, thank you. I don't want to buy your magazine subscription or whatever you're selling. The word moist should be outlawed. Hi there. Hello to you too. Alright. I love the idea just because of how much you'll piss my dad off. Trying to put the whole party into the tub and seeing how much water gets sloshed out after we leave. Oh, that would be a pain. Back to it. Okay, you all should get back to it, apparently. Where's my brother? He should be here. I've never talked to a lot of these guys, but it has been a minute. Oh, what did it automod? Thank you, Twister. You just see him go Incredible Hulk on you. Even though I'm breaking down, I'm sure he can still beat my ass. Sees through nose. I mean, look, with enough motivation, your physicality, your age doesn't matter. Oh, you're back. Did you manage to get the missing print? I don't think so. No? It was already sold? But how? Wait, is there a competing art collector roaming about? A walrus lady, you say? Of course! Of course it was her! Oh, that horrid woman. A dim-witted, egotistic, patronizing charlatan. She calls herself the collector, if you can believe it. She doesn't even collect anything. Oh, I'm sure she bought the print only to spite me. I should have never told her about my collection. That ugly-ass sack face. Jesus. Well, I'm not the one to wave away competition. The ugly witch is in hiding. In hiding from you. I don't specifically know why, but the news of a new Spiritfarer made her skitter away like a puny cockroach. How fitting. Yes, you are the Spiritfarer. Tell me something I don't know. She should have known better than to tell me the location of her hideout, though. She's hiding at these coordinates, -50, -150, 150. Pay her a visit, would you? And when you see her, show her this figurine. She'll know. Believe me, she'll know. This? Oh, do not worry. It's just some junk Theodore gave me. Okay, we found progress. Oh, I don't have the key. You know what to do, Stella? Go ahead and confront that horrid woman. Jesus Christ. Baggage much? These all sound like great things for donation to get donations for the kids. Yeah, spirit. Am I really the goddamn stress test for Yamamots? It seems that way. Wait, you don't have to become when you're shopping. I didn't realize I did that. I guess I could use some rice. I think I got 12 of them. I wasn't counting very carefully. Don't think I have what I need. I do not have what I need for this. Okay, that's fine. I'll be able to glide up there someday. Alright, let's go talk to Susan. See what the heck is going on between you two. Over here, beyond the ladders. Nope. Let's go, Daffodil. Back to our ship. Alright. Alright, Susan. What's the deal? What's going on between you two, huh? leave this spot empty. I want it to catch up so I can do sets of 3 again. Through the ice. Back into the snowy area we go. Which immediately makes me feel colder, and I was already still a little chilly, even after turning my fan down, so we're turning it down another notch. Ta-da. Hit it. Wait, there's a crate. I almost forgot that I could just, it'll stop if I hop off. But luckily I remembered. I got too far. Because I could never go back to it, you know? Would have been gone forever. That's not the case. You got planks! Planks, get your planks. Make some planks for yourself. Enjoy. Thank you! Oh yeah, you're hungry. Have some crab. Some crab and a hug. That was wonderful. My wonderful uncle. My eczema on my eyes is like teasing me. It's like almost gone, but not quite. But like at this point, I almost want it to come back until first. Because I have a rheumatology appointment. And it would just be nice to have it, like, there to see, you know? Instead of just saying it, my rheumatologist could actually, like, look at it. That'd be nice. I mean, it's more of a dermatologist field, but, you know, those sorts of things all connect and blah, blah, blah. It's just a 6-month checkup, and we're going to be doing some blood tests, ones that I've already had done, but just to check my levels, see where they're at. See if we can get any new info from them. But this is the longest stretch I've gone without having to get a blood test in a while. I only had to get a blood test for 6 months. For a while there, I was getting a blood test every month. If not a couple times a month. Susan! Someone really hates you, and you probably really hate them. What do you want? Get on with it already. Well, you see, there's a spirit that's real pissed at you. Oh, which one did? I'll want to give both anyway. Well, let's see what it got now. Looks like some kind of... Why? Why in the name of everything that is holy and beautiful do you carry this horrible thing around? It is not only offensive to my eyes, it hurts the very essence of my soul. But wait, I recognize this. Oh. Oh no. I should have known from the very beginning. It's that man, isn't it, who sent you? That shallow, materialistic, superficial fraud of an intellectual. He sent you here, didn't he? What a crooked, treacherous weasel. Oh, he better be an actual weasel. I hope he's a weasel. He's mad about losing his precious little wood print, isn't he? Well, now he's never going to see it again, I can guarantee it. Perhaps he can learn a thing or two about asceticism. Sure. And for this preposterously silly collection, your reward is, let's see. No, this can't be. No, the fates can't be so cruel. Well, alright, just take it. Take the bloody wood print. Go back to the blabbering fool. Just take anything you want and get out of my sight. Okay. Do you want either of these? Congratulations! You're halfway through catching and asphyxiating half the fish types in this world. Are you also cooking them afterward and serving them to your passengers? This is... Ugh, I don't want to think about this. Take this and leave. Ah, 2 diamonds! Oh, how wonderful! You pillaged almost all of the precious gems around. How lucky this world is. Oh, great destroyer, show us your ways. Oh, great. Well, you're clearly not even listening. Take this and leave. Susan sucks, but also rules. New outfit. What do we have here? Is that food? Is that a dish? Are you trying to cook something on that boat of yours? Are you a chef? Do you even have any cookbooks? I have a recipe book. The Everlight does everything for me. That's your answer for everything. You're a special kind of people, you Spiritfarers. Just because of that Everlight, you think you're so great. You don't know what it is to actually work. Okay, hey now. Why am I even taking my precious time to talk to you? Here it is. Remember, practice makes perfect. Not that you would ever know that. I did things before I was a Spiritfarer, thank you very much, Susan. Anyway, let's go change my clothes. See what this new outfit is. Let's go, Daffodil. Can't even fucking Susan. She is a bit aggro. Easter outfit! Oh, that's so cute! Yeah! Look at the Easter outfit. Matches our new Minecraft house! We'll stop at the crates and then we'll go down to back to our spirit. Pastel koi goth for life. Hell yeah. You better believe it. Crates! Great! Yes. Thank you. Quartz! Marble, not quartz. This is the marble place. Can we get this en route before we are... Oh. Hold, please. I thought the exclamation point was going to be for our spirit, but it's not. Which, I mean, it doesn't matter that much. I'm gonna go to wherever the island was. Anyway, but I was thinking Furugawa. Sheep, you're ready to shear. You're not even hungry. Easy peasy. We'll get our peaches. We'll water those plants. We already need more water. Turnips are ready to go. Another perfect set of 3. We love to see it. Okay. Uncle, wake up. You're probably hungry. I want to feed you because you're my lovely, wonderful uncle. Have some poached fruit. Can we hug? Nope. Not right now. Hug later. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? How about now? We actually are very close. There he goes. Alright, Spirit. Susan was pissed. She hates you too. Okay, back again, are you? Would you look at that? You've got the piece. Oh, Stella, this is very good. You've managed to wrestle the woodprint from the cold hands of the hag. What ingenuity, what spunk. Yes, you'll prove to be an immense asset to all of my endeavors. Or shall I say, our endeavors. Well, it is decided then. There is no pursuit left for me on this island. Therefore, I will join your little expedition. As a passenger, mind you, not as a crew member. Yes, yes, such a boat might just be the perfect gallery. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Yeah! We got another! I still don't have Uncle Otto's fried chicken. But, we got another spirit. Sleep Souls on sale for 12 bucks on Steam. Wait, are you referencing an actual game? Okay. There we go. Oh, the game is Code Vein. I might have to peek at that. It's Dark Souls, but with more weeb. That sounds kind of fun. A marvelous venue. All right, I know what I can, or I know I can do it. Sure, it might tingle a little, but, well, what if it hurts? Ah, you're here. Good. You won't let it be painful, will you? Aw. Okay, I don't really trust you, but what choice do I have anyways? You're not gonna be a weasel, are you? You're gonna be a bird. Oh, but you're a good bird! I caught a glimpse. Look at his face! Oh, you're wonderful. Ha! I did it! I didn't even faint. It actually feels alright. Who knew? Well then, let's get started. What? Oh, but of course, part of my enthusiasm. I forgot to introduce myself. How forgetful and impolite. I'm Gustav. And I don't know why, but I can't exactly shake the feeling that we've met each other already. Oh my god, he's so charming. Anyhow, I'm glad that our paths have crossed on this island. And I know that together we will accomplish great things. This world is part wonderful and disgusting, and so is art. Truly, Stella, the gods have struck us with a grand inspiration. It is our solemn duty to elevate souls with beauty and awe. My resolve is strong, Stella. I will put together the greatest exhibit of my life, and you will help me. Oh, how grandiose it will be. Ah, but first, payment. I've been called a lot of things, but never a cheapskate. Yeah! Let's hug! Oh, I do not mind a caring moment now and then. Oh, you're great. Oh, look at him go. God, the characters in this are just so charming. For Code Vein, you enjoyed it for what it was? Nice. That's good. Sometimes that's all you want out of a game. Like, you don't necessarily expect grand, amazing things. You just enjoy it for what it is. I miscounted the rice seeds by 1. That's annoying. But oh well. Certainly not the end of the world. I probably don't already have the blueprint for Gustav's house, do I? I have to, like, earn it or whatever. Yeah, I don't. That's fine. I didn't necessarily expect to, but I'm just eager. Does have co-op. Ooh. A double dip is cheap enough. Horror would probably love it. Edgelord Simulator 2020. Oh. Yeah, if there are a number of edgelords, you've definitely gonna get Horror's attention. Okay. So now what to do now that I have Gustav. I'm hoping he'll unlock like a new minigame kind of thing. That'll give me the fire. What's it? Oh, you design your own. Ah. That's fun. You know what, let me be kind of, oh, Gustav wants to talk to me. Yes, Gustav. Now where to start? Before we start working on the exhibition proper, some preparations are required. Namely, making sure we have access to proper installations. Now, bear with me. Is the boat equipped with some sort of working facility, such as a sawmill? Yes. It would have numerous structural applications. Yes, how convenient. A loom would also allow us to make clothing and canvas. Done. Is there one aboard? Fantastic. A foundry with metalworking tools also has a number of applications. Is there anything that could fit the bill? There is a fully functioning foundry. You've got quite a well-furnished ship, Stella. Thank you very much, Gustav. And finally, the cornerstone of any curator's work, a mailbox. Correspondence with my fellow academics and creators and collectors is essential to my work here. You built a mailbox already. Fantastic! I am so prepared for you, Gustav. Well, it seems a couple of items are left unchecked. I'll let you get to it. What's left unchecked? I think we have established that I have everything. Yeah. Quest completed. Look at him just walk in. What a charming bird, man. I thought you'd be hungry. How about some coffee? Can we hug yet? We can hug. Want to do a sit with me? Can't. You find that. Fine, whatever. So I just need to wait for Gustav to do the exclamation point thing again? Actually, I might just be able to talk to him to get it that way. We'll try that first. And if that doesn't work, we'll just, like, resource collect, okay? I guess we'll just, like, go resource collect until he decides to give me the next part of his quest. Wait. Okay, yeah, I don't have the next part of the quest, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna get some nebula fiber. We're just gonna go head up here already, so we're gonna have to go up here to start the thing. And we'll just vibe a little bit while we head over there. Get a sip of my beverage. Continue to debate what I want to go get for lunch tomorrow. If I want to get bibimbap, if I want to get... Well, right now I'm kind of between bibimbap and Chipotle. Those two are near each other. But I'm going to campus, so there are a lot of things. Skyline chili. Skyline chili is good, but I don't have any in walking distance. And I'm using going out and getting lunch as a motivator to do a little bit of walking. Because I enjoy doing it, and I always feel better after it. But I really don't like doing... Or I struggle doing tasks if I don't have like a tangible thing to go along with it. There is a skyline. It's close by car. But it's not super close. I don't know exactly how far it is, but it's a little ways. I'm pretty sure you need to get on the highway. Or at least a very non-pedestrian friendly route. Child still around? No, okay, you're good. Let's put it over here. Oh, that one. I can't get to either of those. I would love to get to those. I can't. Grow, rice, grow! Gotta keep your soil real wet. I assume. Considering you grow in essentially marshes, right? Wetlands. Jumping around my ship to pass the time. Cause it's not gonna be all that long before I get to my next destination. That was a bad jingle even for me. I don't need to be in here. I seem to be nearby. There it is. Yes, start the event, please. Hey, Mama. Alright, you wily little guy. Come here. There's one up there. Little sneaky bugger. No pun intended. Awesome. I guess we're just gonna keep sailing until we get an exclamation point. Resource gathering! Right, I don't have... yeah. Can't do that. Can't do that yet. Can't do any of that yet. Yeah. So until Gustav decides to grace us with progression, we're just sailing. Enjoying the smell of the salty water in the air. Sleep until morning. I feel you should have more passengers. Yeah, I just can't get them yet. I don't know how to get into the building. to get the CEO to come out. Gotta figure that out. Gotta find that key. And I'm not sure where it is currently. Looks like Gustav is ready though to progress. Gonna water these and then I'll go talk to him. Alright, Gustav. Nope. Nope. Still lovely, but nope, not what I meant to do. Okay. Now that our preparatory work is fully complete, I think it is time to start working on some proper infrastructure. Ideally, a project of this breadth would require a dedicated space to protect the more fragile pieces from the elements. But it also requires an office desk from which the curator can work comfortably. As well as a waiting area, a front desk, some storage, maybe even a gift shop. Though we might manage without one. What? A bit much. On the contrary, Stella, I assure you that all of these are perfectly necessary. I mean, it sounds reasonable to me. Do we have the double jump yet? Yes. Yeah, we have double jump. Can I get the key with double jump? Maybe I didn't explore the area as thoroughly as I thought I had. That's possible. Luckily, as a rational man, I realize that the space might be an issue. That's why I've thought of a multi-purpose area that would do wonderfully. Let's get to it then. Grab a pencil and listen carefully. A gallery is a paradoxical space, for it both houses works of art and is one. Architecture is, after all, the first expression of humanity's mastery over nature. And that, oh, Stella. And that is one of the many ways the Bauhaus? I've seen that word, but I've never had to say it out loud. School of Chicago integrated Etruscan architecture and its ideas. All right, have you got all that written down? I don't mind going over the finer points of the lecture again. Do you need me to repeat? Well, if you insist, I'll let you get to it then. Yes, I have been to Mount Toriyama. Sneaky. You're hiding under the big metal bit. Sneaky barnacles. By my count, there are 3 more you should be able to get. 3 more spirits? I only know of one other that I can think of. I'm sure you could find something nutritious for me. There we go. You're a bird. You probably like fish. We'll go with this one first. This meal is nourishing. All right. Oh, they're hungry now. But yeah, we'll explore that in a bit. I want to see if I can get Gustav's place built, and then we could do that. You could use a drink. I have a little bit of my drink left. You want it? It's not much. What do I need for your house? I have everything needed for Gustav's house. We'll just stick you on top of here. I assume I can't improve it yet. Yeah. Didn't expect to, but since I was there. Did I find bottom line corp? Yes. Backwash makes you sick to your stomach. Fair enough. I try very hard not to backwash, even into my own drink, but I understand and can appreciate the hesitation just out of precaution's sake. And I'm sure a little bit happens regardless, no matter how careful one is. There, Toriyama and South Point should have people you can gather. Yeah, I don't know how to get the guy at bottom line. The potential gets to me. Hey, that's alright. We all got our things. And that's a very understandable thing. Ken, I will plant these and then I'll check the map and see where I'm at with those. Hang on, Gustav. Gotta check the map. Gotta do a little consulting. Okay, in theory there is a spear here, but I have not been able to get to it yet, apparently. I think I need the glide or something to get to this one. I think. That's what it seemed like. So I think that's the one where I was bouncing on the umbrella, but I couldn't quite get up to the higher bits. And then, bottom line court, I have not been able to find the key yet, but I might just not have been exploring the area properly enough, or thoroughly enough. And then South Point. Which one's South Point? I assume. South. South Point, where are you? Up here. South Point. South Point. I can't get to South Point yet. I need like the fire things, and I don't know how to get those yet. I'm guessing like Gustav is gonna unlock like a minigame thing that'll get me the resource, but I don't know. As usual, Stella, you accomplish your end of the deal with gusto. Well, I noticed that you disregarded much of my previous indications. What a great space you managed to put together. Thank you. It'll be a much better working environment than that noisy guest house. And as a plus, I can even move in so that I can entirely focus on my work. And Toriyama, we should be able to do? Okay, I'll check it out. Oh, don't act surprised. I've only ever felt at home when surrounded by my work. While some might consider sleeping in their office a punishment, I'm actually looking forward to it. I can't wait to fill up this empty space. How exciting. Do carry on. I'll gather my things and my thoughts, and I'll let you know. And I'll tell you when we're ready for the next step. I too sleep in my office. My bedroom is everything. It houses everything I do. I could expand into the rest of the house, but like, I'm the kind of person if it's not... Unless the entire house is mine, I will keep my things in my space, because it is my safe spot. Like, I don't feel, like, unsafe around my roommates and, like, family when I live with them, don't get me wrong, but it's like, my room is my space. I can control it the most out of anywhere else. This way you might have to backseat. It's not exactly straightforward. I'm totally good with that. Cause yeah, I've been to Mount Toriyama. Or Toriyama, yeah. A decent amount. Um, but I was thinking I needed like glide or something to get to more of the areas, but if I don't, I haven't figured out how to get there yet, so. I could use ya. I'm sorry if my mic picked up the gulp. Welcome back, Godzilla. I pasta and salad, did all the dishes, did garbage, broke out a collector's edition of Starfield. Dang! Nice. Well, welcome back. While you were gone, Godzilla, we got a new spirit. I will show him off in the morning when he's awake. But his name is Gustav. He's a character, but I like him. I'm endeared. I mean, they're all characters. True. Oh, is that the second one that you sent, Godzilla? Oh, that was the big fella? Yeah, I love that one. Alright, Cannon, I am in Mount Toriyama. As far as I know, I've gone everywhere I can with my double jump. There's a sheep herder here, right? I don't think so. Maybe? I don't remember one being here. Zone's more necessary as a bottom line corp quest. I'm just gonna get these rocks since I'm here, and I'll explore the outside again. I don't remember there being a sheep herder here, but there might have been. Yeah, there I can do a sit up here. I had my moment with Summer here. No one down this way. There was no one over here. And this just goes back to my boat. Isn't this where I got Alice? Yeah. Yeah, I have gotten Alice and fared her already. Yeah, well had. But yeah, I can hop over. I can hop back over here and try to explore it better. Like I said, I thought I'd explored it pretty thoroughly, but At least, like, to what was in my current ability. But that could be not the case. Godzilla, this is Gustav! What else do you like, Gustav? You'll probably like grain salad. This meal is nourishing. Great. Yeah, I figured. I thought it was probably too close time. I think I know which mod you're clipping next, Godzilla. I'm so excited. That was a fun gremlin one. Hey, Alex. Nope. Let's try that again. Hey, Alex. Oh, Gustav wants me. Sorry, buddy. Give me a moment. We gotta bus travel. Who knows all my German is to me? It'll come rushing back to you. What's up? It just occurred to me, Stella, this exhibition I've been feverishly toiling towards. I've never really delved into any detail concerning it, have I? Well, allow me to enlighten you. As my assistant, it's the least I can do. As you are well aware of, I've organized my fair share of exhibitions throughout my life. One might even say that it was my career. Although I prefer to think of it as my vocation. But every single one of them, museum, private or public galleries, festivals, anti-fascist rallies, corporate tax schemes, living performances, every single one of them have been corrupted by base, obtuse, cretinous politics. The public is not ready for this one, Gustav. The artist has slept, they are slept with this one, and there's some bad blood. The Queen has a preference for this tepid piece of art bourgeoisie. I've never, not even once, been allowed free reign over an exhibition. I often thought to myself, Gustav, you'll be respected when you get older. No one would dare question your gusto. But then, well, you know what happened. When my body gave out and my legs became as obstinate as pieces of wood, and the disease slowly creeping up until my features froze into a ridiculous grimace. Oh, but I didn't mind all that. After all, the body is a tool for the mind. And my mind has always been as clear as fresh spring water. No, what I loathed was this perception others had of me. When you turn to a grotesque statue of yourself, people start treating you as furniture. All this work, all those years, the sacrifices, the humiliations, these suddenly lost all worth. I tried to keep up with my work, as you remember, and thanks to your help. But things were never quite the same. Well, this time it will be different. Yes, it will, Gustav! This exhibition will be pure chaos, a maelstrom of artistic sensitivities, thrown together in defiance of all human laws, to enforce this greatest message of transcendence through beauty. Yes, that is my goal now. And yours, too, should you choose to keep helping me. I'm sure you will. You're so verbose, my friend. I found something you might like, perhaps. Here's a gift from my collection. I hope you appreciate the value of such oddities. Thank you! Hey, Raz! Yeah, this is Gustav. And I do love Big Fella! Big Fella's a work of art. I'm gonna collect those things on my boat, but if I do that, it'll stop the boat. I don't want to stop the boat. Oh yeah, he did say the exact same thing you did, didn't he, Cannon? We're there yet? Nope. We've got time to collect a couple fish. I haven't cooked in a while. I mean, I feel like I'm doing pretty alright on that front, but... like, I'm not struggling currently to keep my passengers fed. But still. Two sides of the same coin-like item. Not a coin, though. Am I there yet? Mayhaps a two-sided die. Ah, yes. The good old two-sided die. I was thinking it'd be ready. I was incorrect. Ah, the rarest of all dice. Truly. Oh, Uncle, you're probably pretty hungry right now, actually. Before we get off this boat, I'll give you some food. I know what. Have some lobster. And a hug. Because I do love you, Uncle. A sphere could be as many sizes as you want, depending on how you weight it. I guess it wouldn't be as many. Yeah, I guess it would be two. I don't know. I feel like I've seen, like, round dice that are more than two. Can't be more than two sides, but maybe I'm misremembering. That is very, very possible. Hey. Okay. Come on. There we go. Yeah, see, I can get up here. I don't have that key. We've already heard all this. Maybe I should be rereading it out loud, but I'm not. Apparently. I've talked to him! I've read all... I'm gonna shit. I could have sworn I talked to him. I mean, clearly I didn't, but I would have put money on having talked to him. I'd be so mad if that's all I had to do. What? We won't move. Not without having negotiated. Okay, I am assuming I gotta go back up to the boss. Go. What do you want? They just want to negotiate, you say? Look, it's getting hot in here. I'm getting hungry, too. Okay, you can tell them I'll reverse my decision on the vacations. I'll wait for you here. Sure you don't want to sail the world aimlessly for another 5 streams? That's what I would have ended up doing. Thank you for encouraging me to come back here. I would have been like looking for the key the whole time, be like, where is it? You saved me a lot of time and sanity. I mean, there's still plenty of times I'll lose my sanity, but in this instance, you have saved me a lot of time and sanity, and I appreciate it. Nope, not enough. Plus 20% increase in wages and full compensation for medical expenses, as well as another week of vacation and 5% on capital gains. want a backseat, but there's a verbal comment about waiting for a quest. Oh. Was there? I mean, probably. That's why you chimed in. Fair. No, you were very helpful. I appreciate it. And I did not consider it backseating, especially because I was like, yeah, I don't know what's happening. So, yeah. But, damn, I've really got to pee. Okay. Whatever they want. Tell them they'll get whatever they want. But they have to stop calling me Mr. Moneybags, got it? Okay, go now. I have to find the key to the store. So that's what I thought I needed all this time, bud. And yet, here we are. He agreed to everything you said? This guy's a terrible negotiator. He is, but, you know, I'm happy for these guys that he is. He agreed to everything you said? Wonderful. You're one hell of a negotiator, Munchkin. I like you already. Look, my work is done here, thanks to you. I probably could embark with you on this fancy boat of yours. I can't wait to rest my old bones in a cozy home and have you by my side, Munchkin. See you there. That was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. I stole from the key from the boss's office yesterday. Our protest leader thought I would teach him a lesson. I won't give it up for nothing. Maybe a little bag of glims. Let's see, even 100. Up front. I do have a family to feed. Yeah, okay. Beautiful. Here it is. One key to the CEO's office. Alright, let's let the man pee. Oh, it took with a small bladder. Yeah, really. Thanks for unlocking the door. I actually just went in the corner there. Sorry for the smell. Here's a little something for your troubles. Those damn protesters. I mean, workers. I have to get used to that. You better get used to it fast. Thanks for the glims. Have fun cleaning up your, situation. Hooray! I just love working. Unions forever, yeah! I'm gonna eat 2 steaks tonight. You should. Take that, you capitalist pig. Hell yeah! We won! Okay, I'm sure I'll start selling at some point again. Let's go! Turf and turf, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah! Turf and turf. Dang, last time we fared 2 souls. This time we've gotten 2 souls. Hey, took you long enough. Big cat, big cat. Big cat! With a very lovely flower in the middle. Woof. Oh, big dog. That felt funny. You'd think I would have seen everything at my age. Not sure I liked it though. But it sure beats being an impersonal hooded blob. Those capes are really scratchy. It feels good to breathe the fresh air. Time for me to stretch my legs for a bit. I'm hungry as well. You know what? Would you would you be a dear and fix me a little meal? That would be marvelous. Thank you, Munchkin. Okay, you can leave now. Oh, you're back? Okay, hang on. Want some grilled chicken? Well, it's a bit overcooked, isn't it? And kind of bland? Ugh, never mind. That'll do. Thank you, Munchkin. Oh my god! You're a sweetheart. You're so cute! I've been on the loop on that island. You tend to lose track when you fight for workers' rights. We should catch up on the latest gossip, don't you think? Oh, but don't get me wrong. I don't really like gossip. But we need to stay informed. In case important things happen. And I know just the right person. An old friend of mine has been roaming the seas. She could probably tell us what's been going on. Are you game for a little adventure? Well, it's not like you have a choice. She should be around. She's gained a bit of weight recently, but don't tell her that. She's always making a scene when someone mentions her appearance. Let's go meet her. Hurry up now. Oh, look at her go! So you are a cat, right? So she said woof at first. I was like, oh, you're a dog. But dog's like a bobbed cattail. Wait, no. Oh, it's rain. Will it ever stop? Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. Oh. You was thinking that it's just an exclamation of effort. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right too. Since she had like just come in, I was like, oh. Yeah, she does. She does give off big Disney vibes. Uncle, look, we've repopulated. We've replaced our friends. We'll get this fruit off the trees. I think the sheep are ready to be sheared. We'll get them while we're stopped. Oh my god, is my fruit gonna be synced? That'd be great. Wake up! It's time for a haircut. Snip, snip. Haircut! Ta-da! Okay. I think we're set to go to bed. I think we've done all of our boat duties for now. Oh, Olga! I have to imagine you're who we are going to. I don't feel like dealing with the thunderstorm minigame right now. I probably could use more lightning in a bottle, but I got a decent amount when I was doing my resource gathering. Time. If you hit right bumper on the map, you can straight shot anything without stopping for minigames. That's what it says in the bottom left corner, doesn't it? That's one of those things that I've read but never read, you know? But that is nice. I'm good at reading. I'm good at reading. It's a common problem I have. I'll read something. I know we talked about it before on channels, but I'll read something, but then I didn't read it, so I have to reread it. And sometimes reread it. Like, it's like when you check the time, and then you realize that you didn't actually see the time. That's my whole prodigy. That's me. I'm the prodigy. My back. I've once again hit a roadblock. As you know, much of my work requires me to communicate with my trusted correspondents. Of course, you used to help me with that quite a lot. But look at me now, back at full strength. And even though I don't need a secretary, I still need a desk. Now, we could use any old desk, but that would defeat the purpose, would it not? Only the best for the good of the exhibit. To that end, I managed to track down a woodworker of excellent reputation. I know he lives in Oxbury, but I haven't been able to contact him. So you should go and investigate some good old-fashioned field work. And while I do not know exactly where he might be, I do know that his companion works at some sort of cafe. Maybe that could lead you on his trail. Oh, and on a related note, I've done some thinking. I am not certain the vast assortment of tools you put at our disposal— Hey, Uncle! Will yet be enough. Morning, Astrid. Since everything apparently has to be refined from raw materials, some finer materials will require a more specialized workshop. Oh, do we have an upgrade? You should consider building that smithy to help us with that. Or a new blueprint? Have some food. Want some shrimp? This meal is nourishing. New destination revealed! Oxbury! Is it going to be somewhere I can't go yet? Probably. Search for Eric Deskman. Good name. Good name for a carpenter. Excuse me. Got it. Yay! Whoa, she sure is here, huh? She's here. Huh. There we are. I'm happy to see her, Munchkin. She's always been a kind person, and we go way back, me and her. Yeah, Raz. I wasn't expecting to be here like this. I'm not disappointed, though. She's always been a kind person, and we go way back, me and her. But I've got to tell you, last time we saw each other, things didn't go that well. She might still be holding a bit of a grudge against me. It's not my fault if I say things as they are. You don't always make friends by being honest, and you might even lose a few. But we're old now. So, canoe under the bridge, as they say. Follow my lead? Sure. Perfect. Olga! You haven't changed a bit, old friend. Still so green. Astrid! My dear old Astrid. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see that you're out of your old shell. Would you happen to owe this to this charming young lady here? Why was that sentence so difficult? Natural carry the planet? Seems that way. You're the new Spiritfarer, aren't you? Albert was telling everyone that Charon had been replaced. Stella, isn't it? When I think he borrowed my hairbrush and never gave it back. Oh well. I hope this new job of yours doesn't weigh too heavily on your frail shoulders. You can count on me to give you a hand, my little lady. So tell me, Astrid, what brings you here? As you said, I'm back in the world. Yeah, clearly I'm not doing voices right now. So, sorry. As you said, I'm back in the world. The first thing I wanted to do was pay you a little visit, you know, to catch up on things. How are you and your sisters doing? Oh, you know, Irina is still focusing on her studies, and Masha has picked up a new hobby. Knitting! She says it keeps her stress levels low. Not that she's ever done anything really stressful, mind you. But she crafts nice little mitts for the winter. You should pay them a visit as well. Oh, and Astrid. Yes? You won't believe what I'd heard the other day. What? Miss Shrewsbury is pregnant! Again! What? I can't believe it. Yes! And you know what? Bob is not the father. No! You are kidding me. Incredible. Oh, well, she always knew how to lure them boys. And speaking of boys, I heard Giovanni is back, and from a reliable source at that. God, these gossiping heads, yeah. Giovanni is back? Who told you that? Where? When? Well, if you're interested, I can go dig deeper. But are you? Interested? Yes! Huh? No. No, I don't care what he does. I don't want to know. I want to know. I want to know what's up with you and Giovanni, Astrid. He can frolic all he wants. As you wish. But you know what? I'll go check my sources, and I'll write you back to you, just in case. Now that you're traveling in good company, I know where to find you. Sure, okay. But no rush. I'm happy Stella found me, and I want to spend some time with her and her crew for now. Olga, dear, could you show her what you can do? I'm certain your help will be greatly appreciated. But of course. And on with the main attraction. Come here, little lady. I'm a very old being, but I'm not very wise. Yes, a bit like Astrid. But there are some things I can do. My specialty is patience. And spinach puffs, but we won't talk about that right now. Oh, that sounds so good. If you look carefully, there are 3 receptacles on my back. You plant logs, ores, or rocks in them, and then you wait. You wait for me to come back to the surface. And when I'm back, the rocks or logs you used will have become a tree or a mining rock. Isn't that nice? I can't tell you what my secret is, but you have to know one thing. It's normal if they smell like strawberries, okay? Alright, hop on my back, little lady. Remember this, okay. I will try hard to remember this. This does seem useful. So basically, like if I put in a shard, I'm gonna get more out of it, is what I'm gathering. Because that sounds great. Right now I'm just gonna put a bunch of marble in here. Because that is my rarest one. I love jumping in the water. Like that. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I'm happy you found me, Munchkin. I'm happy we've been able to help these poor souls in the factory. The workers deserve better, and the ruling class will never change. I'm feeling like this is a different conversation than the one I'm about to have with Olga, but okay. A bunch of swines they are. They're the same as us, you know. They just pretend to be superior, only because their wallets are full and their houses are big. Yes, I know not all rich people deserve to die. Eat the rich. But I've never accepted how the workers were treated. Exploited, diminished, just because of their birth. It's unfair and unjust. Yeah. And I will fight for them until my last dying breath. I'm into that. Astrid. Hell yeah. Are you done? Yes. Wonderful. I'll go back underwater for some time. Do not worry. I'll reemerge as soon as what you planted can be fully harvested. In the meantime, take care of yourself and of your passenger, Stella. Bye now. See you soon. Ah. Hug me. Oh, I didn't get a chance to hug her last night. A hug brightens my day. So yeah, these things, you look fine. That rules. Strong spinach puffs can't be beat. I don't care how good hers are. She never said she was beaten at spinach puffs. So she makes good ones. Yeah, for ingots and wood too. That rules. That rules. I'm very excited about that. What a bust. She had a lot to say, did she? Running her mouth like that. She's always been chatty, this one. But I don't judge. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but her eyes are a bit scary. Soothing and kind, for sure. But scary. I think she should talk to someone about this. But enough about her. Thanks a lot for having brought me to her, Munchkin. It's really appreciated. There's always so much going on. I can't get enough of it. Also, what she said about that Giovanni character. Well, you know what? Never mind. We'll have ample time to talk about this later. I don't want to bore you with this now. See you later, Stella. Would you look at that? What? Okay, now we're good. Ah! A farrier's work is never done. The paws are so thick. I love those, like, big cat paws. Hey, Uncle, you're probably hungry. Yeah. Oh, this went from bonding time, Uncle, to chaotic. But it's nice. But both of these new passengers really like to talk. What can you do? I know, I see you, male icon. I see you. I do. I do. Okay, my fruit. Oh my god, Giovanni! You're not Giovanni. God. What's your face? Starts with a G. It's not Gavin. Gustav! Give me a second. Feed around with delivery package 2. Lobster roll! Oh, what was so bad? Massive for Feederama. Back for another week with the delicacy from the ocean. The perfect harmony between taste and flavor. Dive deep into our new lobster rolls. A perfect combination of flour and lobster. Talk to you soon, food lovers. That rules. Let's make it. Cook. I'm excited to be able to, like, actually get flour. Oh, it wasn't Gustav anyway, it was Astrid. Would you look at that? That's what I call a foundry. Do you feel that heat, Munchkin? Do you smell these fragrances of molten metals and heavy machinery? This is where magic happens. We're gonna make some beautiful things in here. Let's go inside so I can explain how it works. I know how it works. I figured it out. But sure. Let's go. Do you want to meet a Maine Coon someday? Yeah. I've never met one in person, I don't think. Had a lobster roll with some Cajun fries recently. Oh, that sounds incredible, Ronan. And I'm like hungry right now too, so like double whammy. I don't think any of the places near me do lobster rolls. Might be able to get some Cajun fries somewhere though. What a machine! Oh my! Stella, this is a first-class factory you've got here. Even I myself couldn't have done better. Simply stunning. Let me run you through the basics. This is a complex machine and you have to be careful around it. First you have to load ore in the furnace, then you have to throw coal in the burner to power it. The machine will then reach its working temperature. Then whatever ore you've deposited in the furnace will be smelted into ingots. The bellows on each side of the furnace will make the heat go up. Each metal will behave differently, but once the right temperature is reached, the fusion starts. You'll have to make sure the temperature remains at the right level. Below it, the process simply stops, and above it, well, you don't want to see this happen, Munchkin. And that's it. I've told you all you need to know. Have at it. Thank you. Do I need to make some bars? My food's ready. It's too dark to navigate. Lobster rolls! Oh, I want them so bad. Okay, are you waiting for me in here, Astrid? Well, I should have put some iron in, Olga. That's fine. Yeah, let's make some aluminum. Oh, what? You're going to bed now, huh? I'm doing this for you! Bye. I guess we'll chat about this in the morning. Bye. And I've still gotta check on this. Oh, I don't have the blueprints for that yet. What blueprints did I get? Didn't I get blueprints or something? I am able to improve. No. What was it? Okay, I have foundry. Okay, maybe I'm good there. I don't know. Whatever. Sleep until morning. Oh. Most of my fruit is ready, except for my pears. Hopefully they'll be ready by morning, though. They are! Ta-da! My sheep are ready to be sheared, and my stuff needs to be watered. And I'm probably gonna be talked to. Oh, that's what I get for getting 2 spirits in quick succession. Morning, Gustav. Picking the lettuce. This is huge. That's a lot of lettuce. I don't have any veggie seeds? Okay. Good morning. Have something you might like, perhaps. Here's a gift from my collection. I hope you appreciate the value of such oddities. Thank you. That's actually very nice. Astrid, wake up. I'm probably gonna call it soonish, but I want to see if she is gonna have anything to say about the ores. Or I can jump down, that's fine. Morning, Uncle. I'll give you some food. How about some shellfish? I love you. Okay, that's fine. Will you do a hug? Gustav will do a hug.
A hug?
We're gonna make this a habit, Gustav. Oh, she's going back up? Okay. Well, I'll give her time to do that. While I feed and shear my sheep. Yeah, there's that exclamation point. Great work, Stella. How I wish the metal workers I've met were as gifted as you are. You look so small and weak, but you danced around the smelter like a veteran forge master. I'm so proud of you. This is a splendid machine, and I'm sure we'll put it to good use. I'll even indulge myself and use it from time to time, so if you're okay with that. Yeah, totally. I'm absolutely good with that. Okay, I think things are looking pretty good here. Things are watered, sheep are sheared. We have 2 new spirits. I think everybody's fed. It's a new day. Yeah. Whoa. What button did I press? Whatever. Anyway. Thank you guys very much for coming. I think calling it here is going to be a good idea. I'm hungry. It's 10 o'clock. This feels like a good spot to end it. Thank you very much for coming. You can catch me same time, same place next week, Tuesday at 7:30 EST on Alienor for more Spiritfarer. In the meantime, you can catch me over on my brother's channel, r_Azure, Sundays at 7:30 EST, where we are doing some crosscode DLC. And then on Mondays at 7:30 EST, when his power is working, you can catch me and our friend Gilded Horror over on Canon's channel, BCC Loose Cannon, where we play a variety of games for Remedial Monday. I don't know what we're going to be playing next week, but it'll be something with shenanigans. Yeah, I believe that is everything. Thank you all very much for coming again. Have a great night, and I'll catch ya next time. Good night.